Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Ice Mommy. We're back with another mother freaking video. Before we get started, make sure you like, make sure you comment down below, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Join our group gang family, LM Sauce. And okay, guys, so I want to make this video as short as I can, but I want to go through 365 days a year. So this is the end of the year recap, and I want to be able to show you, or not show you, but tell you guys everything that's happened this year thus far, both good and bad, and a little in between. Because obviously life got to balance itself out. And I really just want to tap into everything y'all missed and everything y'all probably seen already. So if you want to know the business and you want to get all in my business, of course, because that's why you here. But I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who has subscribed, whether you came from my shorts, whether you came from my videos that you seen pop up on your For You page, or what is it called, For You page on YouTube? I don't know. My bad. Mixing platforms. I don't know. Or whether or not you came from my TikTok, my Instagram, and just came over here and showed some love, whether you subscribed, whether you commented, liked, or just, came from platforms. I don't know. But I love y'all down. Every time. Even the ones that watch me just to be in my business. You too. You too, honey. You too. Yes, you. You that's watching this right now. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I see you. But anyways, let's get into it. So you guys, what's just happened to this year? I have not told you guys, and I probably have so much to explain in so little time. I know. I'm a little crazy. But let's get into it. So this year was the year of my mental being tested so much. And so we're just gonna dive right into this video, okay? So I just want to get into the many things that happened. Hi, honey. The many things that happened this year, and that how this changed my life to how it is now. Okay, I wanted to try to stick to anything that happened just this year alone and not tap into other years, so hopefully I don't stray. Probably should have made a list so I could stay on track, but we're gonna try. Be with me. So as you guys know, I've tapped back into TikTok, being more what is it called, more active on there. So I try to stay more active on TikTok and more active. I've tried to tap back more into my Instagram again and tried to stay more active on Instagram as well. And then I tried to stay active on here this year. And this year I tried to do way more than what I normally do. And what I mean by that is I attempted to start at one point in this year making videos every Friday. And did I stick to the plan? Well, sometimes, and sometimes not. And sometimes I had content and sometimes I didn't. Okay? Because there were some things I can explain to you guys at the time and some things I just could not. Okay? Because there was so much negativity looking and searching for things that I had to keep it off the internet. Y'all know me, I'm a social media girly. I love to make my videos down. I love to take my pictures. And I love to do it unapologetically me. Genuinely. Okay? And it just wasn't happening this year as far as how I normally do things. Okay? I've been switching it up a little bit. As far as TikTok, I've always kept it the same. I do my lip sync videos, I do my dance videos, and maybe from time to time you might see a wig video being from YouTube, but smashed smaller so it can fit on TikTok. Okay. And then as far as on Instagram, I've been posting more of my TikTok reel or TikToks on there for reels, and like for the reels, reels. Because for reels, yeah. You get it. But anyways, and then I was also trying to make it more at one point aesthetically pleasing, but not too aesthetically pleasing, just more me. And then I tried to make it more model like me, and then not. And then I don't know. I just kept switching my profile around for my Instagram. And then at one point, I made a backup Instagram because I was just going to end up using the backup and completely ditch my main. And what ended up happening with that was it was some drama that happened, clearly. This was before I started ignoring drama. Okay. And basically, what I did was I was going to just slowly ditch my main page. And then I was going to slowly just get into my backup page, which was going to turn into my main page. And it was going to be more of me, more my goofy side, my silly side, my me side. Okay. It was going to be just more, just solely based on how I really am in picture form. Sometimes a little videos here, videos there, but really just picture form. You know what I mean? And then I decided, why do I care so much about what a negative person has to say about me? Yep. And that is what made me gain back that little piece of confidence that I let someone take away from me. And I went back to my main, and I finally was like, you know what? I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me, fam. Like, I do this for fun. So I went back to my main Instagram and I made my official backup page. So if you don't have me on both of those, the first one's light skin underscore mommy, the same one as it is on here, and the other one is gonna be it's the coffee, and coffee has 3 E's and I believe 2 F's, like regular coffee, but I think it's 3 E's. But anyways, you can check on my main page and click the backup page. It'll be right there. And I only have one TikTok, and I was going to decide to make a backup one, but I didn't want to make a backup one due to the fact that people probably would think I would use the backup one to stalk them. And I didn't want that to be the narrative, so I did not end up creating a second one. And now I only have the one, so. Okay, I did have my original, which was the light skin underscore mommy. It did get taken down. I made a story time on here about it. It never recovered. So TikTok, get at me in a good way, please. Please. I worked so hard to get back to where I am today. And finally, we are back at over 1,000 or 1,000 followers on TikTok. So yay me, yay us if you're from there. So as you guys can see, that I can see my analytics on every platform, and I accomplished much with my platforms this year to the point I got invited on brand trips this year. Unfortunately, I had to turn down, but I'm starting to get invited to brand trips this year, you guys. I have gotten brands email me to be ambassadors for them. Brands email me to be their face for a while. I have all of these contracts in my phone and in my backup files and stuff like that. And some of them I had turned down, and some of them I still currently do. I won't tell you guys which ones yet until you start seeing the little ones and twos. But now in the description, you will start seeing that I have extra links for places, and it'll make it easier for you if you shop on any of those, that you get a discounted code that you can use so you can get extra money off, because times are hard, y'all. But let's get into it. So now I've talked to you guys about my social medias and how they have changed over this year. And now I will tell you guys about also YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube really quick. I have not been completely with you guys all year long. I've tried to keep y'all up to date as far as like life updates or just random videos where it's chaotic and I just record it out of the blue because that's how I cope. I still cope with YouTube, guys. I know. Oh no. But it's not as bad as it used to be, where I used to come on here and just rant and go off and yell and scream and cuss and da 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 and tell people off throughout a video that they may or may not see, and nowadays they may see because they are looking. So I don't do that anymore. Obviously, I've changed during that. And I have cut back a lot on my private intel on how I normally tell you guys everything in my life, TMI and not TMI. And I cut back a lot because, again, people are looking for that type of information from me. And the best way that they can get it is off of YouTube. Yes, off of YouTube. And it's honestly so irritating because it's like I tell my life story on here, y'all, and clearly you have to come to my YouTube to get more information off me just to talk shit about me. It's crazy. So I cut back on a lot of information. I cut back on a lot of videos that I used to make and update you guys with and stuff like that, and things that I were planning to make on here that I couldn't at the time when I cared and gave a fuck and stuff like that. So that's what changed with YouTube. So let's get into the year overall. The year overall was very mentally challenging for me, very mentally draining, and not draining, but draining in such a, my body has been used to so much trauma throughout the years that around certain dates within the year, I completely have a meltdown. I completely have a meltdown. This is a teething pacifier for the new member of our J family, because this is Pumpkin Butt, and there's me, and then there's him. I won't show y'all him because he's not close. But he's literally who I keep looking down at. So if you keep seeing me stare right here, I'm literally looking at him. He's looking at me. Say something. Hi. Hi. He don't want to talk. He's just smiling. So, anyways, fast forward. So yeah. So as you guys know, I just kind of just told you, I was pregnant this year. Yes, your girl had another whole baby. I kept this one offline from you guys. I didn't even post like I did the first time I normally did. Ain't no normal shit about that. But what I did the first time, where I waited all year to post videos and then finally posted videos, I didn't even do that this year. I really completely wanted to keep my life private on that end, and people steady found a way to try to make it unprivate as fuck. Couldn't even give me the decency to allow me to continue with my privacy about my life and my body and the choices that I made, because they still had to find a way to tear me down. So that is why I didn't make a natural, hey guys, I'm pregnant and this is how many weeks and blah 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 blah. Now obviously I tracked along the way and had certain videos for certain occasions and pictures and all types of stuff, and I still have them. Okay, I do, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I just didn't post them. That's it. So that's just that on that. I've had people try to hack into my accounts to try to see if they get private information, and obviously I got the alerts. Okay, guys. So I went through that. I obviously went through negative things this year, where there were people just dogging me. I mean, dogging my entire name, dogging anything of any part of my life to shreds. And the only way I found out is because people was like, hey, did you see or did you hear that so-and-so is saying X, Y, and Z? This person over here, what do they have to do with anything? And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I have literally damn near every single person blocked, if not everybody blocked. Like, I didn't play that game this year. This year was the year of block. If you weren't blocked last year, you were definitely blocked this year. For sure. For shit show. Literally, I blocked every single person every single time. If I seen a new account that I knew had nothing to do with anything, but it just was you, I blocked you. If I knew you were a drama person, a negative person, I blocked you. I did. You want me to take this off? There you go. Yes. So then there was that, there's the negative to balance out life. And then the happy things that happened this year. Obviously, I gave birth to my son. Okay. And I kept most of everything about him private. Not most of, I kept everything about him private. The fact that he was a boy, the fact that he was here, the fact that he was in my stomach, everything. And then I gave birth to him. And the birth went smooth. Y'all know me. Epidural up, epidural up, epidural up immediately. When I tell y'all this pregnancy went by so, Jesus Christ, honey, I didn't feel a fucking thing. They said, "Are you okay?" And I'm just staring at them like, what? Like, I was just so nonchalant during the birth of my son that I didn't feel a fucking thing at the fuck all. Like, I didn't feel shit. And they were telling me to push, and I was like, how? How do you push? Like, I didn't go through this shit before. I was like, how do you push? Oh my god. I forgot how to push, y'all. I can't feel shit. I said, from the waist down, I am numb. I can't feel a motherfucking thing. And I kept the girlies laughing, and they were looking at me so concerned because it was like, you are so calm. And I was like, yeah, that was in shit. It's like, girl, that epidural did it for me, honey. And all was well with that, and I really appreciate anybody that helped me out with that. Shouts out to y'all. Okay, every single time y'all gonna do the damn thing, and they respected all my wishes so much, and I really appreciate every nurse and all medical fields of everything else because I don't feel like naming all of that. So, anyways, yeah, there's that. Boom. Then I started talking to the Buki. And the Buki, we started talking. Sorry, y'all, my voice is gone out. Hold on. So, yeah. Then it was just literally like life was bliss, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, yes, I struggled through this year like no other. This year was mentally challenging for the most part. I started taking my meds regularly and getting on top of that, and I took a moment where I didn't, and I literally had a mental breakdown like no other, and I was ready to get rid of my entire being. Okay, not the I love them down. I love my kids down, but not them, but me. I was ready to get it done and over with. I'm just tired of this life. I'm telling you right now. I had went through such a deep, 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 deep dive of depression in my manic episode to the point I had cut my hair. Yes. And I had told myself I wouldn't get to that point again, and I did. And I finally was like, you know what, I'm doing this for a change. I need a change in my life, and I need something physically to change. And I was already changing my body because I've been exercising for about a year. No, about 2 years now, and that's why the body's tea. The body is so tea. Y'all just don't understand. The body is so tea. And yes, all natural. Okay, honey, we don't do that. And no shade to y'all that do that, but me, it's all natural, baby. I'm sorry. Been working on it for far too damn long for it not to be. Okay, thank you. But I needed something else to change, and so I cut my hair, and I cut it shorter than I normally do, and I was really taken aback by the subtle change that I made to myself, and I was like, wow, I really did that. I cut bangs, and boy, did I cut bangs. And if you see me on TikTok, you know that you're gonna see the most of how I do my hairstyles, and switch it up and make myself look a little presentable, and then sometimes not presentable because I don't be giving a damn sometimes. But I do it for the fun, okay? I don't do it for what everybody else does it for. I do everything for fun. When it comes to social media, it's for the fun of it. It's not anything deeper than that. It's always been that for me. I love just having fun with social media and the camera, and I've always had fun with the camera. So that's why I've been doing YouTube since I was 12. But anyways, then there is more to my lore for the 1,000 subscriber story time. More things got added this year, of course, because it wouldn't be my life if it didn't. So I will be adding those parts, obviously. I think I'm gonna start recording them because I feel like we are going to hit 1,000 subscribers this year coming up, and I am so excited for that, and I'm so happy. And y'all have done y'all shit this year. Y'all have subscribed like no other, and I really appreciate y'all. Even if you're here for the drama or you're here for other matters, you still subscribed, and I appreciate you. And I got a little microphone for myself this year so y'all can hear me a little bit better because I do tend to sometimes have broken mics within my devices, and well, we gotta step up the game. Okay, so yeah. And let's see. Oh yes, back to the Buki. I don't know if I started talking about him or not, but back to the Buki. So yes, ending this year strong with the fact that I have a strong support circle. The ones that I consider my family and they consider me theirs. I have a very small circle, and I appreciate and love them down, and they appreciate me and my kids down, and they love my kids to death. And I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize that because they showed me so much this year that I've been wanting to get out of other people, and I have never. Okay, I've never. So I'm sorry if my voice keep going in and out. I am parched. But anyways, so shout out to my support circle. I love y'all down, and please don't change. Seriously, unless you're changing for the better. Yes, ma'am. So yes, um, support circle down, and then Buki. Buki has wrapped up this year so swelly because I thought I would never tap back into a relationship of my own, only relationships of family. And as you guys can tell, that I went through a real drought when it came to family and relationships and things of that nature. And I had stopped talking to my adopted and my biological and extended family for over a year now. And I went through a pretty hard time with that mentally because I was just like, wow, um, things really do change. You know what I mean? And it's because I wanted to change for myself, but it changed for better. And things that I wanted to change, I'm sorry, I just didn't want those people around. And not like those people, but like I didn't want them to be. I felt like I was the problem. Okay, to really simplify it into words that's understandable, I felt like I was the problem, and so I removed myself from both, if not all three sides of those what was considered my family. And I removed myself. And I really took a drop for that because I never seen myself doing that. Some people, yes, but all of them, no. And I did it all at once. And I think that's what really took a toll on me is that I did it all at once because I was like, if you don't want a repetitive cycle, you have to stop the cycle. And what starts that cycle? Look for that starter and cut it. You know what I mean? So I did. And I've been peacefully to myself and to those around me. And that's just that on that. So again, sorry, I keep going to Buki and then going back to family. But he's starting to tie into family, that's why. Because I started talking to Buki this year, and me and Buki Yes, that would be his name for y'all. Bookie. Bookie and me, or me and Bookie, however primarily you want to put that. We've known each other for 20 years, about to be 21 years soon. And we talked off and on, both relationship and non-relationship, like more so friendship. And the reason why we would stop talking is just because we kind of just stopped talking. That's literally what it would be. Is that we just kind of just stopped talking and just kind of left it where it was, and then we'll pick up and start talking again and just live that lovely, laughable, bond that we had. We finally started talking this time, and then it was just, it was really just tapping into the fact that he was like, would you be in a relationship with me? And I was like, no. I had to keep it a buck. I was just like, no, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. Like, it's just not happening. And then we got into the details of it because I didn't want to leave it dry like that. Like, okay, that sounds a little rude, sounds a little mean, but I gotta keep it a buck with you real quick. I've been through some shit. And he was like, okay, I get it, but like, he wouldn't try to be like, he wasn't trying to like wedge his way into a relationship. He was just kind of trying to really see like where my head was at when it came to relationships in general. So I kind of let him know, like, listen, this is where it's been for me, okay, and this is how it is, and that's how I've been coping with it. I'm getting better now. You know what I mean? But still baby steps, you feel me? But if you want to work towards something, we can try to talk. But if I'm telling you right now, if the talking stage don't work, I'm sorry, honey, you're out the door, kind of deal. I didn't word it specifically like that, but it was just more like I had to keep it real with him because I wanted him to know, like, this is the reason why I haven't been in a relationship since the last one, because that last one took a toll out of me and ripped me apart piece by piece, and I mean literally, and physically and mentally and emotionally and all that stuff. Okay, so I had to take a step back to really analyze what I wanted for myself, and I finally took the chance to really allow myself to be loved and cared for and cared about. And now I'm in a relationship, and like I said, we've known each other for years, so it's not like something new and I have to get to know him all over again like I do as a person. People grow. Um, People, switch up things that they normally used to do back then to now. So, I'm, picking up what he's putting down, and he's picking up what I'm putting down, and how things changed over the years since we've talked and not talked. And he realizes that I have a really good memory, because I have a really fucking good memory. Okay, I remember every fucking detail about this man. But maybe slightly some things not, but for the most part I do. And I really appreciate that he wants to um take his time, or take his time to like slow things down and not rush into anything, because that's where I'm at right now, is that I don't want to rush just straight the picture perfect relationship type of lifestyle. I just, taking things really step by step and really breaking things down and really communicating every single thing, because that's not something I'm used to. That's not something I used to do, and that's not something I did at all. Like, it was kind of like, this is this and that is that, and that's just that. And now I'm really taking the time to really go through things with my person, um, and really analyze everything together instead of like separately, and then overthink, and then thinking about extra shit that's not really there, and things like that. So I also told him, at any given time, you are free to leave. You are not bound to me. You are not tied to me. I am not locking you in the cellar and telling you can't go anywhere, type of deal. uh, Figuratively, you know what I mean? So if at any time you do feel like this is too much for you, or I am too much for you, because I know I come with a lot, um wow, that I come with a lot, that you are free to leave at any time. And my thing is keeping it a buck with anyone that's in my life now, and I'm keeping it so a buck with people in my life that you don't have to question anything about me because I'll let you know ahead of time. So I just want to say and end this video here of I appreciate anyone who has came into my life and showed me lessons. First of all, every person that I'm not currently talking to this year and further years from now, and that either we cut each other off or I cut you off or you cut me off or whatever the case may be, I appreciate you because you were a lesson. You were a lesson I need to see or be in the midst of and things of that nature. And so I appreciate you. Thank you for showing me what you showed me for me to be the person I am today. Um, as far as with everybody that is in my life currently, which is a very small circle again, personally in person, I would like to say that I appreciate each and every one of you and that I am grateful for all of you and thank you for sticking to me. Mommy, calm down. Thank you for sticking by my side and thugging it out with me, literally. And not just tossing me to the trash that you could have very well did, as many others have. So I appreciate you guys and I love you down. And if at any time you want to leave on it, you have every right to. So, and also big thank you to my kids. My life, I am starting to separate it as I am not just here because I have kids, okay? That my kids are not solely what I am, okay? Like, I am a person outside of being a mother, and that is the new lesson I'm learning. Like, yes, I am a mother and I do the mother shit well. I will do the mother shit well to my very last breath, but to the best of my abilities. But my new lesson is that I am a human being and that it is okay to take time. And that it is okay to breathe. Okay. And it's a lesson for sure. So to any of the mothers out there or single mothers out there that is finding it hard to do this damn thing, let me tell you, you are doing this damn thing. But not only are you doing this damn thing, you're doing this damn thing as a mother. And no matter what person looks at you and be like, you're a bad mom, fuck them and the dick that they're out on. But don't listen to them because you know what you do as a mom. And if you need things that you need to improve on as a mom, then improve on them. Every mother has something to improve on. I don't give a damn, honestly. But you're a mom. You're doing a fucking thing, okay? And no matter what anybody has to say about you, whether it's your baby dad or your baby dad's mom, or whether it's your mom or your people, or outside people, or social media people, or anybody else that doesn't really know what the fuck go on behind your four walls, you are doing the motherfucking thing. Alright? And that's just that on that. I love each and every one of y'all down, and I hope you guys had a somewhat of a good year. Some parts of your year that was good and not all bad. And even if you did have a bad year, I hope you can find something to appreciate within this year. And I love you guys down, and it is time for me to finally put my kids to bed because it is almost midnight, and I have to hurry up and edit this video immediately quick, which I'm not editing it, I'm just adding the intro in because I want y'all to see my new intro before the year is over. And I love you guys down, and I have to hurry up and see if they have this washing machine open so I can go wash my clothes. Because, you know, New Year's traditions and whatnot. But I love y'all down. Keep subscribing. Keep loving on me. Keep me in y'all prayers in the best way, good way possible. If it's negativity, please stay away from me. If you have seen anybody's negativity about me, honestly, don't pay attention to it. It's not really all that. And it's not no tea, baby. It is piss. And to everybody who is staying tuned in with me and want me to post more or want me to do more or want something out of me that I have not done, please DM me on Instagram at lightskin_mommy. Same as it is on here. You can search it up on Instagram at any time. I will pop up. And if you can't find me on Instagram because you don't have Instagram, you can also find me on TikTok and DM me there and let me know that you came from YouTube. I will contact you back because I've contacted people back before. So shout out to the people who have hit me up on TikTok or Instagram and let me know that you came from my YouTube. Sometimes I do not know how to approach y'all though, so just be wary of that because I'd be a little not confused. I just be a little startled because I'm like, am I really getting, am I really getting a message from somebody that knows me from YouTube, like knows my face? And so I just be a little startled, but I find a way to respond to you guys, but I don't know how to keep a conversation going when it comes to somebody I don't know. So bear with me. I do love y'all down. Again, keep me in your prayers if it's positive, and I will see you guys literally next year. But I will see you guys soon in the next video, so stay tuned. Let me know what y'all want to see from me. And bye. Ciao.